You've been out here for a while. How much of it, as soon as you got here, was I'm taking in this, I'm writing down this pro, this con, all that? How much did you do your own recruiting as soon as you stepped foot here?
I did a decent amount. I mean, I didn't do it too much. I was really just down here to focus on training and all that other stuff. Being in El Paso, getting to know the city, that kind of came with it. So,
Is there anything you fell in love with?
definitely not the heat. But I mean, like I said, I love all the coaches here. I've known a lot of them, for my whole life. And the strength coach, Coach Shad, he was at Kansas State, so I know him really well. And those decisions played a big factor into me coming here.
When you're going through like this decision process, obviously there was other options and other Power 5 options. Your dad playing a big part of this, but why can UTEP? What can UTEP do for you this 1 year that you're going to be here?
I think a big part is just bring back my love for the game, just being around positive coaches, positive strength coaches, positive support staff. I think that's a big part of it.
How difficult was that decision? Kind of where was your thought process during all of it? Was there any other close contenders, that sort of thing?
Yeah, there definitely was. I'm not going to really get into the other schools, but there definitely was other close contenders, and that's why it took me, 3-4 months to really decide what I was going to do.
What kind of put it over the top for UTEP?
Really just my dad being here, and also all the other coaches. And I know the great success that they have had at other places, so I think it could translate here.
Well, what are you taking school-wise? What are you going to do?
I'm going to do leadership, but I don't have to take classes this summer, like he said, so I'll be starting in the fall.
And then where are you going to live? Dorm or?
I'm living right up the street.
Are you living with
in
your
my own
dad?
house? No.
Okay.
I was for the last 2 months, but he moved out, thankfully.
So what do you think of the facilities?
I like the facilities a lot. I think I really like the Sun Bowl. I mean, how it's built into mountains and all that. It's really cool. To get a look out when you're working out down into the stadium, that's really cool as well. So I like it a lot.
Obviously, we had Aaron Jones get drafted, Will Hernandez get drafted. Did that factor in your decision, seeing guys from UTEP being drafted, knowing that this might not affect your ability to get drafted?
I think it helped a little bit, but that definitely wasn't my main concern. But I mean, it was nice to see that for sure.
We've heard kind of how Coach plans to use you, in a number of different situations out of the backfield, as a single back, 2-back set. What do you, in your own words, what do you kind of bring to an offense?
I mean, really my only focus this season is to just help this team win, help everything get rebuilt. I think I'm very versatile, like my dad said. I can do a lot of things. I can catch, I can run, and I can block. So, I mean, I think I can bring a lot to this offense.
How big of an impact does that kind of play in your decision too, knowing that, it's your dad's first year as a head coach and that you have, the opportunity to kind of set the tone for this program for the next, 5-10 years and kind of get back on a winning program?
No doubt, that was a big factor, and especially me already knowing the offense. That's why I felt like I could really contribute here, and to help him get it started and help my teammates, get back to winning. It's really what I'm excited for.
What do you think of the Conference USA?
I still don't know much about it. I'm still I've just started studying some opponent film now, so I don't know too much about the opponents. But I mean, I do know that there are some good teams in this conference. So.
Did you ever play any of them?
We played UTEP, but I wasn't actually playing. I was redshirting at the time. I'm trying to think. Who else did we play? We played La Tech. I remember that game. I think we went into double overtime with them actually. So yeah, I remember playing them. They're a tough team. So it'll be exciting to play them again. And then UTSA, yeah, okay. We played at UTSA 2 years ago, so I'm used to that stadium. So it'll be exciting to go back there.
Winston, along those lines, when you played those teams in Conference USA at K-State, those were the cupcake teams. Those were the walk all over. I get out by halftime, go get a drink, and watch the second string do things. How are you going to adjust to now that just being the competition and be able to, raise your level to that, your energy level?
Well, if I think like that, then I'm going to be playing bad. I got to take everybody seriously, and so I'm not going to be really thinking like that.
Coach kind of talks about him coaching you since third grade. What has that kind of relationship been like as, the coach's son, so to speak?
I mean, it's tough sometimes because people have their opinions, but I mean, overall, I've liked it a lot. Getting to spend time with your dad, not many people get to do that every day, so it's a very special opportunity that I've been blessed to do for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Seems like you guys have been really successful at it too. What has made it work?
Just the relationship that we have. I think the knowledge that I have on what he's trying to do offensively, I think I can not only do that myself, but translate it to other teammates, kind of help them understand what we're trying to do. And so I think that's very important.
When did you officially know UTEP is the school, and how did you tell Dana?
I think he kind of started to understand, probably sometime around May that's probably what I was going to do. For a while, I was set on it, and he knew. I had told him it wasn't anything. I think we were golfing, and I told him, but that's what I was going to do. Come here, but I sat on it for a while just because, I wasn't really sure how to announce it and the best way to go about that. But so I knew probably mid-May.
Did you mess with him at all? Like, hey, you get a hole in one, I go to UTEP, anything else, I'm out?
No, I did tell him a while back that he needed to buy me an Xbox if I was going to come here, but I ended up buying my own Xbox.
What's the game of choice on Xbox?
Fortnite.
Yeah, of course.
And FIFA.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
We're good.
Cool.
Welcome, dude.